Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. If you were here for my last conversation with GTD author David Allen, you heard him say something very interesting. The guy who talks about maximum productivity said that we need to give our brain a break sometimes. Thought that's a good place to resume our conversation today.
The world is fine, by the way. It's just moving so fast. And anybody that wants to try to stay engaged with it, you just can't do it. And as the cognitive scientists have all validated in the last decade or two, your brain needs a rest. You can't be on 24/7. You can't. If you try to do that, you're going to lose cognitive ability. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to have a feeling of overwhelm. You're going to get all kinds of stuff going on simply because you're not letting your brain do its archive process and rest and integrate all the complexities of life that we all deal with daily. Anyway, there's a long answer to your short question.
No, that's fine. Actually, you touched on something which I've really been thinking about because ever since I've really employed the GTD principles and I've got a system that works for me, I find that even in the most stressful situations, I don't feel as stressed as I used to. It's like maybe my mind has cleared a little more capacity than I thought. And when I first started with GTD, I felt like that was the objective, but now it's kind of like almost my norm.
Yeah, well, people have often asked me, David, did you have some big aha? No, this has just been my norm since I started piecing together all the different components of what later on became GTD. So, once I had a mentor teach me about unloading my head and deciding next actions on everything I unloaded, I never stopped doing that. And that was 1982. So what's that? 22, 42 years ago. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
42 years ago.
You just
Yeah.
came to it
So
sooner than the rest of us. That's all.
yeah, I guess. And my mentor came to little pieces of this sooner than I did, but I learned from him after he had 25 years of management consulting and organizational change consulting, where he'd come across these principles or these techniques that were necessary to get executives to clear their head and for organizations to clean up the residue that was clogging their pipes. If they're
Yeah.
trying to go somewhere different, that's like barnacles on your ship. There's a lot of old business, a lot of open loops, a lot of whatever, all the way through the organization. And so that's a lot of what my training was going through. Pretty much everybody in these organizations, and they're mostly small organizations, but we'd literally go through every one of them and have them empty their heads, and decide next actions on all the open loops. And you'd be amazed how many things got solved just by doing that.
Yeah.
We didn't have to. We didn't have to say you should be doing this or here's the better idea or whatever. All we did was have people unload their head and then get clear about what they were going to do about those things that had their attention, and magic happens. So I've never stopped doing that. For the last 40 plus years.
David Allen is the author of GTD, Getting Things Done. I get to talk with him periodically here in Conversations on YouTube. If you have questions for David, why not post them below or email them to me at daveedwards@outlook.com, and I'll try to ask some of your questions the next time David Allen and I are in conversation. In the meantime, thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Edwards.